Hi, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you've joined us today. I'm Kelly Pitts, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2005, right here in Lubbock, Texas. And my blog and website is createwithkelly.com. And I work with a wonderful group of paper crafters in our community called the Create with Kelly crew. And we have tons of fun together as a team and as customers, and everybody gets together and helps each other whenever we have new beginners kind of at the same class where we have some advanced people. We can mix and mingle and help each other out, and it really is an awesome community. We have a lot of fun and support each other in a lot of ways. So thank you for supporting me today by tuning in, whether you're watching live on YouTube or live on Facebook, or if you're watching the replay. I'm thrilled to have you. I always love to share my creativity and hope to inspire yours. So hope you're having a great day. We're going to work with the Wildflower birthday suite again. This card is not finished. It's just kind of, here's the rough. I don't have a greeting or anything yet. We're going to be working on that. So I'll have my sample ready when we do part 2 of our Stamp-A-Stack. I'm doing a total of 20 cards. I did 10 last week, and we're going to be doing 10 today, making the samples and then making the Stamp-A-Stack in a class later this month. So glad you've tuned in. We'll get moved over so you can see a little bit larger what we're working on. This is a cute little, I don't know if you want to call it a flag or a banner. It looks kind of like a pocket. It could be a lot of different things. And that die comes from the birthday celebration set. We're also using the stamp from the So Sincere stamp set, I do believe. It's Hope Your Day is a Happy One. We're going to use that on the front here. And then we're going to have a Best Wishes on the inside that comes from the With You in Mind set. That was a Julie Davison $1 Million stamp set. So this one, like I said, this greeting on the front is going to be from So Sincere. That is number 162283 if you're interested in that stamp set. We'll also on the inside be using the Best Wishes. That is number 164747. And that's Julie Davison's $1 Million stamp set. If y'all are not familiar with how that works, Stampin' Up!, whenever you've sold $1 million worth of Stampin' Up! Products, you get the opportunity to work with a designer at Stampin' Up! To come up with a stamp set that is kind of a congratulatory perk for you. And that happens to less than 1% of the demonstrators overall. So it's very exciting for those who get to that milestone, and that's a way to celebrate it. So that one I just showed you is hers. But today we're working with the birthday celebration bundle. Like I said, we'll go ahead and stamp on the front little banner, and we're going to use Blueberry Bushel for that. See if I can get that going. All right. This is a really pretty script. It's a good mix of a block font and a scripty font. And we're going to have this up toward the top because we're going to have flower at the bottom. It's kind of hard to get this centered because the camera is right in the way. Hope your day is a happy one. And next, whoops, I'm going to use that Blueberry Bushel again on the inside. I forgot. Let's go ahead and stamp that while we're at it. We've got Best Wishes for the inside. This is the one that's from Julie's set. And then we'll stamp a little, we may just stamp a little flower, or we'll use one of our, I think we had a pretty little pink flower we could use there on that side. Out of our little set of extras.
This is the only one.
Okay, I think that'll work because we have a little blue tassel. Let's go ahead and use the soft seafoam spackle again. Splatter, splatter, splatter. And I'm going to use, I didn't quite get that best wishes covered really well, so I'm just going to use my marker, my blueberry bushel marker, and just kind of cover that up. And by the time it dries, it should work just great. All right, we'll have a little soft seafoam splatter here. Just gonna kind of go from the top down. And I'm gonna fussy cut just a little around the edges. And this came out of that, one of the little die, punch out die cuts that comes in the DSP packet, that Wildflower birthday packet that is filled with treasures that are floral and tassels and cakes and cupcakes and cake slices, all kinds of goodies for you to play with for birthday and other celebrations. And we're kind of making this card where it could be any type of celebration with the hope your day is a happy one on the inside and best wishes on the out. Oh yeah, I switched those. Y'all can do that. Switch them around. Best wishes goes on the inside and hope your day is a happy one is on the outside. So we're just going to put that right there. You could put a strip of DSP if you have a little extra coordinating DSP. You could stamp a little flower and leaves, whatever you want to do. We'll go ahead and glue this in on the inside, and we'll have that finished. Sometimes I do the inside first, sometimes I do it last. It just depends on how the mood strikes me, I guess. There's no right or wrong way. That's what makes it wonderful. Paper crafting is a fun hobby that can be very therapeutic and really enjoyable for not only the person who makes the card, but the person who receives the card really enjoys it also. My glue's acting up today. All right, Stampin' Seal. And I use that just because there's so much of the gold foil on the front. Usually I use liquid glue most of the time, but that's what we're doing today, is using the Stampin' Seal there. All right, I think we are all ready, except we're going to emboss this little bit of peach pie. And the peach pie is 1.5 inches by 5 1/4. And the DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we also have a piece, this initially was a 2.5 by 3 1/2 that is the soft seafoam, and I've already die cut that with the little die that comes in the birthday celebration set. It's kind of like a flag or pennant or pocket. Like I said, it does a lot of different things. Okay, and then we've die cut some tassels out of just scraps of blueberry bushel and pool party. So I'll go ahead and get the embossing folder after the peach pie. And do we have a 3D folder? I think we're doing the swirly folder we decided for the peach.
Swirly's not 3D.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It's not 3D. Okay. So we just need the two number 3 plates in the swirly folder. I don't.
Here's a swirly
all right. Folder. I covered up the swirly folder over there. Thank you, Jan. I'm very grateful to have an assistant with me again today, because doing this many cards right in a row, it is a lot to keep up with, and she keeps me in line as much as she possibly can. Sorry this is shaking the table, but it's that or do it off camera. So, and then it looks like I'm not even there. All right, we've got our piece. We're going to, oh, that did not work. What? I don't know. It didn't work on the bottom there. It didn't do that. I don't know what I did. Somehow rushed. Let me see if I can match this up and do it again. I may have to have another piece of peach pie, or I may just do a different swirl. I'll just do a different swirl at the bottom. I don't think it'll.
It should override each other.
Yeah. I guess I just didn't push it all the way through. We shall see. There we go. That worked. Of course, it felt like I was standing on my head. I may get dizzy and fall over here in a minute. Because my Stampin' Cut and Die machine is on the floor. Because there's no more counter space. We've already used it all up. Yes, the swirly is a good idea. I like that folder.
It's got a pretty deep texture for not being 3D.
It does, indeed. See if I can get that kind of even. But the swirls in there kind of match those swoopy leaves, and it's very pretty. Okay, we're going to pop this little flag banner pennant up. And I'm going to kind of do, let's see. Yeah, I'll put that in the middle. Okay. Just try not to double stack my dimensionals so it's not quite as high. We pay enough postage as it is. We sure don't like paying extra if we don't have to, right? Well, that's kind of cute. Maybe we should do it at an angle. We're going to do little tassels on here. Do we want this where that's lined up in the middle, or do we want it off center?
Off center.
Okay, Jan votes off center, so she's, whoops, going to win.
It
It is popped up, indeed. I'm going to move it up just a little. I'm just going to lay it there for a second, and we're going to look at our little tassels. And we have a little blueberry one somewhere, blueberry bushel. There it is, hiding under the dimensionals. We're going to have a pool party and a blueberry bushel. Going to kind of put those at a different angle. I think that needs to come down a little bit. That's probably about right. And then we're going to put pop our little flower up here. You could probably get by with one dimensional there, but I think I kind of want it hanging over the edge there just a little bit. My gold is going to be right over here. Okay. Let's see. We're going to have to use a glue dot on this one, I think. Let's see what I did with them during the last video. Right here. They were hiding. Okay. I'm going to stick one there. Stick one down here. See how this works for us. Don't want the end of that showing. There we go. Now, should we pop these up? We're just going to pop up this end here. Did y'all see that invisible mini dimensional there? Kind of disappeared after I reached for it. And I'm going to put the pool party on this side because we've got that color flower here. And then we're going to put the blueberry one on this side because we have the blueberry flowers over here. That could probably be just a little further. Whoops. We'll see if we can move that. It may have been just in the right spot. And then you can, if you want to mount the ends, you can try to get a little mini or a side of a dimensional pack, just one of the sides along there to make the ends go down. But I think they're fine like this, where you could even ruffle them up a little where they're not, you know, kind of bend them a little so they look more like a tassel. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. How simple was that? That was easy peasy to do. All right, now we're going to add a little couple of dots. Let's see if we want gold dots or if we want a peach pie dots or the pool party. Let's see. See if we want the gold. With this gold, do we think we want a gold? We don't have any small ones. We just have big ones. Got this. Those are kind of big, aren't they, for right there?
Yeah, right there.
Or do we want party dots? Do we like the way the gold picks up the gold, or do we think we want peach?
Peach.
Okay. We'll try the peach. If you'll just always just barely put your dots there, you can easily move them. Okay, we're going to try peach. Pool party. Let's see. I think we're going to put, are we putting a pool party on a pool party down here?
Yes.
And then maybe a little pink one at the top. Maybe if we put that there, well, no. Deciding where your embellishments go, or it's just takes as long as laying out the rest of the card sometimes.
There, upper left corner. Yep.
Down or
I
there?
think so. You've got nothing up there.
I got nothing. Do we want a gold bow somewhere? Let's see if we want a little single bow. Oh, that's
Want to make yourself.
Whoop. I will make a single bow. Whoop! I tied that tight. Let's see. Do I have my ribbon scissors? Here they are. We're just going to have to cut that off, I guess. Right now, we're cutting that off. Okay, we're going to make a little bitty mini bow. And this is the beautiful gold twisted thread that comes as a part of the Marbled Elegance Suite that is an online exclusive from Stampin' Up. Make a teeny tiny bow. See what we think of that. We want it there. I don't think we want it up here, but Jan's going to say no bow. I think this one's pretty.
I'm thinking.
I think we ought to give him a bow on this one. Y'all can leave it off if you don't want it. It's your card. You can create it how you want to. But I'm going to put a bow. Very small, but pretty. Hope your day is a happy one. That could have come down a little further. Best wishes. That's what I could have done, is stamped some of those little splatters on there. That'd be pretty. Stamp your little splatters like you did on the inside, but before you put your dimensionals on. That would be a good idea. Okay, we're ready for the next one. That was number 15. We're coming up on 16. Maybe it's 17. Well, we skipped one. We're going to do it later, so maybe my numbering is all off. We'll see. Whatever it says on the video is probably the right number. Okay, we're going to have a lovely for you on the front of this one. This one is Old Olive, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we've got a piece of the DSP that, yes, it's very difficult to give up that foil, but this side's pretty too. It's a nice change to have a little bit of the soft sea foam. And we've got a piece of Blueberry Bushel that is 2 5/8 by 4 1/4. And then we have the, oh, I've already told you this one, I think. The DSP is 1 3/4 by 5.5. And then we've got the tag that came out of the kit, the DSP packet. Okay, and we're going to do, I'm going to move that one out of the way for the moment. And we're going to embellish this one. We're going to use a swirly on this one too, aren't we?
Yes. You have it?
I think I have it. So we'll go ahead, and on this one, it is not a 3D folder, so you'll need a plate 3, and you'll put your cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and emboss this whole thing. No, I think I'm not. It doesn't quite go all the way on the back. Let's see. Nope, I think I'm just going to line up my, can you see the line there? The black line? I'm lining that black line up with my score line. And that way I'll have a little bit of swirl going onto the inside also. Okay, we're going to have to make sure we get the folder really straight and that we cover all of the part that's got the cardstock. You want to make sure that that's got enough pressure all the way. Sorry, this is going to shake the camera. And that worked just great. So see, this goes a little bit over onto this side. And we're going to use our bone folder, get that scored, burnished well. And then we're going to add our little piece of green. What else do we have on this one? think that's all we have. And besides, if we're going to run some ribbon across or around, we're going to add the soft sea foam piece. And that's probably about 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8 over. Yeah, 5/8 over from this edge. And we're going to use our bone folder. Who would have thought that Old Olive would look good with the soft sea foam? But I think since both of those colors are picked up in the leaves of the tag, I think it works really well together. And then the blueberry bushel, we're going to stamp For You right here before we add it to this. And then that's really going to make that pop also. We've got For You. We're going to use blueberry bushel ink.
You're going to cut those corners.
Yes, I am going to cut the corners off of the blueberry bushel to match the peach pie corners here. And I don't think I've used this For You, so I'm going to show you. I usually, on a photopolymer stamp set, just to make sure everything is off from the factory or factory floor, I'm going to go ahead and clean this with the stamp cleaner. Yep. I like, because it's brand new. Once I've used it once, then I don't worry about it again. But that very first time I use it, I try to squish it around like that, clean it. Yeah, now it's got a really great image. We'll put For You right here. Lovely. And I'm just going to hold this up to cut the corners. If you want to be absolutely accurate, then you would probably want to measure it. But Kelly is all about winging it. When we're doing 20 cards in 2 weeks, we're going to wing it. It's a handmade card after all. So I'm just going to, can you see how I'm lining up the angle of with the scissors with this angle right here? So I'm lining that up, and then I'm just going to move it over so that I have an even border right here like that. And I rushed it just a little bit. So I'm going to line up that angle, move it over. See, that worked just great. Now we're going to pop that up. That needs a little sliver off the bottom there. Okay. Chunk that. Pop this up. And we decided we're just going to put a little gold tag up here, bow at the top. We got to attach this to the blueberry though. Kelly, don't attach it to your card. Attach it to the blueberry bushel. Lovely. Now see how much it makes that blue pop out of there, and this greeting just woo, elevates it from the away from the green. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals here and here instead of right on top of those. I'm going to put it below where those are. And I'm going to put it above where the bottom ones are. And we're going to add a little bow to the top, and then all we have to do is do the inside. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Although I do hate to waste these tails. Maybe I'll make a smaller bow. No, I think that's all right. And then I'll just cut the tails just a little bit. Make them come down. Behave, tails. We're going to use a little glue dot. Woo! It jumped out of my hand. Did y'all see that? These are a little bit larger than that knot is, so I'm going to take it and kind of roll it up with my take a pick tool. Make a little dot right where I want to put my bow knot. And tuck it all under. You want to make sure that your knot really covers that glue dot so it doesn't stick to the inside of your envelope where you don't want it sticking. Okay. Now, on this one, I really think we probably do need gold, but someone might talk me into the peach. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had some small ones of that. I think that's too big for that. Let's try that one. We don't really have any of the pool party in this one. Oh, that probably needs to be a larger one.
Who is that?
My work. I'll have to call them back in just a minute. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't think we have any pool party in this. So maybe, well, I don't have a small one. If you have a small of the gold, you might want to use that in one of those flowers, but I don't have a small. Let's see. See if I'll just put another one in here. What do we think?
Yes.
That or a big one? Switch these. Make the big one there. Make a small one here. Ooh, no, too big.
So that's the peach parfait.
Yeah, peach pie.
Peach pie.
Peach pie and pretty in pink. Mm-hmm. No.
Personally, I'd probably remove the pretty in pink one and make them all the same color.
All right. I like that idea. I wasn't really happy with placement. I think maybe we want it in there or in here instead of up here. But y'all can do it however you want. Let's finish the inside and we'll be done. We'll be ready to move on to the next video soon. So let me get my inside for you. Let's stamp. We have not stamped one of those little flowers from that set. Stamp the Old Olive and the peach pie flower, Old Olive.
Okay. Don't you have
Leaves. Here we go. It's hidden right over here. We'll just do that. And we decided best wishes again on the inside. And we can use the ones from the With You in Mind stamp set. And doing the For You and best wishes kind of also lets us have some flexibility with that. Let me see if I can find my little white sheet of inside paper. Got one right here.
Here's your flower.
Okay. We're going to do the best wishes there.
Peach pie and old olive.
And we'll do a little flower. This flower is also in that set that we have been using, the birthday celebration bundle. And I'm just going to make a little old olive leaf. And a little peach pie flower. And we'll use a little bit of soft sea foam splatter. Oops. And then we'll be done with this card. Okay, whoops, I have a stamp on the bottom of that. There we go.
Hitchhiker.
Had a hitchhiker. Okay, we are gluing the inside into this card. And please be sure and comment when you're watching. I love to see who's watching and where you're from and all. Isn't that pretty? Best wishes with the little flower to coordinate with the front. And Jan was absolutely right. That looks better with all peach. Since we have this peach here, to use all the peach, and then we'll use peach pie on the inside. So these are our two cards, and they should be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Number 15 and 16. I may just have them mixed up on my PDF tutorial, but we will see. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to switch over the camera so I can say thank you for coming. I appreciate you watching, whether it was live on Facebook, live on YouTube, or if you're watching the replay. I still like to see comments, even if it's on the replay, and I can go back and read them later. If you have any questions or need any products, let me know. I'm happy to help you. Again, Kelly Pitts, createwithkelly.com. Y'all have a great week. Fun times ahead. Bye-bye.